Join me, 48 Hours correspondent Erin Moriarty, on my podcast, My Life of Crime, as I take on true crime investigations like no other. This season, I'm looking into the labyrinth of crime and secrets within families. I'm cutting straight to the evidence and talking to the people directly involved, including investigators and the families of victims. Listen to My Life of Crime with Erin Moriarty wherever you get your podcasts.
Give it to me, baby. Hey, everybody, it's Kelly Wilkins here with Anita Joyce, and this is Decorating Tips and Tricks. Today, what we'd want, gifts for the discerning decorist. Now, we wholeheartedly believe it's better to give than receive, but if you're going to receive, well, it may as well be something you'd really want. So Anita and I have searched our hearts, our minds, and the internet to come up with a list of items we would love to receive and know that you would too. So get ready to self-gift or make a very clear hint to one or more people that may be gifting you this season and bring some of these delights into your life.
That's right. You know, you don't even have to give it the hard sell. Here's a list of what I want. You could just say, hey, why don't you listen to this fun episode? So if you have been sent here to listen to this by your loved one, we will have links in the episode show notes to check out.
It's so easy to shop with us. And while you're there, subscribe to the podcast. We'd love to have you along for the long haul. Such a fun episode to get ready for. I think you must agree with that, Anita.
Well, you know, we have to do it because it's our job. So, you know,
the sacrifices we make.
Isn't that the truth?
Do you want to kick us off with your first item?
I will, because this is such a fun thing to have and very practical. It is a glass pitcher. Okay, sounds boring, right? Okay, yeah, yes, but...
No, it can be fabulous and very, very useful.
Okay, so this one is a very casual shape, and here's the thing that makes it very unique, because I'm not going to pick something boring for what I want under the tree.
Yeah.
So this one has a purple handle. So the blown glass handle is a purple glass, and then they use purple glass around the rim of the pitcher as well. So I don't think it's painted on, although it could be, but I think they actually used purple glass. And this one, the other thing I really like about it is that it's regularly $65 on sale for $15. So
15?
Yes.
Stop it. Okay.
Well, I mean, you're going to get something boring normally for $15, but this one's really pretty.
Oh my gosh. Even if you had a gift money cap, which sometimes people do for office or groups or book clubs or things like that. Wow, you can really make it look like you went over the top and went beyond the limit with that one.
I think so. And it is from the British company. We've talked about this. It's OKA. Is it OKA or Oka? We don't really know, but Oka.
It's a burning mystery. Every time that little catalog comes, I'm like, okay, Oka, what's happening here?
I think I'm going to start calling it okra because I love okra.
Because you're Southern, yeah.
But apparently they say on their website that OKA is a phonetic take on ochre, a color that nods to the yeast.
Well, you know I love that color.
Yeah, it feels innately British. So I don't know if you're supposed to pronounce it Oka or ochre. But again, but it's ochre to me. So it's
ochre to me. And OKA is not the way you spell ochre, the color, but I don't want to burst their bubble on that at all. And if the picture aside, which I'm sure is gorgeous, but that is a great company to get to know. Don't you absolutely love when they do those love seats or sofas and they have those tassels on the bottom and stuff? They just enhance, sort of an everyday item, so to speak, kind of like you're talking about with the picture, and just really take it up and make it so much more interesting. So it's a great brand to become aware of. And if you can figure out how to really pronounce the name of it, let us know.
Let us know. Do you have one? Do you have a store there in LA?
No, I think they just have a brick and mortar someplace on the East Coast.
Well, we have one here in Houston. I know that.
Oh, is it then maybe that's the one I'm thinking of.
We had a wisteria store that was a big deal. They put it in here, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago. I'm trying to remember. It was a big deal. And I went there. It was gorgeous. Everything was super expensive, even more so than the catalog. And I thought, I wonder how this is going to do. A year or two later, it was gone. And now it's okra.
Oh no. Okay. Well, that's good for you. You kind of get this rotating menagerie of interesting shops. Okay, interesting shops. As we're talking about those, Amber Interiors. Now, I do have an Amber Interiors here on the West Coast. There's one in the Pacific Palisades, and I have a client in Pacific Palisades. And yes, I do stop in there once in a while on my way home to just have a browse or treat myself to something. Love the shop, but she also has a great online presence. So it's Amber Interiors. The decorator or the person behind it all is Amber Lewis. And I found this absolutely darling marble vase. They're describing it as aged and air quotes found. It definitely gives off archaeological dig vibes. I love it. I think it would really have a grounding effect on your decor. But it's small. It's fairly diminutive. It's 4x3. It's $52, but it really does look like something that, maybe you brought home from your trip to Europe or something like that. It's lovely. And I think it would look great in a bookcase. It would look great on your desk, or maybe it just like tucked into a vignette. It's, did I mention it's $52, and you can get it at Amber Interiors, and we'll have the links to absolutely everything and more in the show notes for anybody who's receiving a big hint or anybody who wants to self-gift.
Also from Oka. I'm going to have to call it that store. It's from that store.
That store that used to be Wisteria.
Yes, that's right. This is actually something I saw in their catalog last year and fell in love with it. Couldn't pull the trigger because it is not cheap. It's close to $100. And I'm waiting for it to go on sale, but it is stunning. It is an artichoke serving bowl. So think about an artichoke. You cut off the top, hollow it out, making it a bowl, put it on a pedestal, make it 10 inches tall, make it white, and that's what this is.
Oh, it's white? It's white?
It's white. It's terracotta with a white glaze. And it's got the petals on it. It looks like they were actually attached.
Ooh.
So it's very three-dimensional, really beautiful.
Oh, I like that.
So I'm thinking in 10 inches, that's a nice size. You could use that.
That is a nice size.
I think put in the center of your table, I think that could be really beautiful, and you could put different things in it year-round. Because it's white, you could use it for all the holidays and just fill it with whatever is appropriate for the season.
Yeah, even artichokes if you wanted to.
That's right. Well, I think that might be a little too much. I don't know.
Okay, my next one is from a very accessible store, Amazon. It's just so easy to shop there, and you can get so many different things. And I tripped upon this Greek goddess head planter. Now, let me say, those head planters that were kind of out in the late 40s and 50s you can find at antique shops? Yeah, and I had a girlfriend who collected those. And they're really fun with the lady's head and the little earrings. This is not that, right? This really looks like some statuary. It has, again, that same sort of found archaeological dig feel that the little marble vase that I talked about has. It's really lovely. Her face is beautiful. Sometimes the statuary, I don't like the face so much. Her face is just lovely. It's very appealing, very soft, and it would look so pretty with an ivy or a fern sort of tumbling out of it. I could picture it sort of maybe on a console table, or maybe your break front or something in a dining room where you're creating a larger vignette. Sit her on a tray in the back of the vignette, and then you could put things in front of it. Maybe on a bookcase if you're getting enough natural light and you're going to put a plant in it. But I think you could probably get away without even putting anything inside of her, because from the photos anyway, it looks like, and I'll let you know because she's coming to my house. It
exciting.
looks like you might not be able to tell that the back of her head is open. That she had a frontal lobotomy. She had a backal lobotomy. And so that's what you took.
Does it look like, is she a chia pet? Does it look like it's coming out of the top of her head?
Oh, Chia pets. That is so funny. No, she is decidedly not Chia Pet-esque. It definitely looks like, you could just put the nursery pot right back in the back of her head and fill it in that way. Not that it'd just be sprouting out of her scalp. So yes, maybe one of those things you just need to look at it. So go have a look at the show notes and click through. I think you're going to think she's beautiful too. And then if you get her, let me know what you name her, because you have to name her if she comes to your house. And it's only $39.99.
That's a good price. My next item is also from the UK, or at least designed in the UK. Anthropology has partnered with House of Hackney. And that's
I love House of Hackney. I follow them on Instagram. Their wallpapers and everything, just fabulous.
Lots of color, rich color, lots of patterns. That's what they're known for. Really a very British wallpaper kind of look, just stunningly beautiful. They have some beautiful things on Anthropology, and this particular item is a silk embroidered pillow. It's got a turquoise background with these beautiful embroidered flowers. It's very three-dimensional and really beautiful. This is a 20 by 20. It's not cheap. It's a little over $100. So here's the thing. Let's say you need 5 pillows for your sofa and you're on a budget. You're not going to buy 5 of these, obviously. But what about getting 1 for the center?
Yeah.
And then pulling some colors out and doing some solid velvet pillows and pull out different colors and put those on there. It'll feel so beautiful, and you're going to have an amazing look, and you're not even going to notice that there's just one of these really beautiful pillows, because you're going to put in the rich colored velvet pillows with it.
Absolutely. And I think that it would look maybe like too much if you had 5 of those types of pillows. And then it also kind of detracts from how special it is if you've got so many of them. When it's the one and it's backed up by some solids, I think that's really the way to go. So does it appear to be some kind of like crewel work? Like it's raised?
Yes. I mean, yes.
I love that.
Maybe it is more crewel work because they're calling it embroidered, but it very much sticks out from the pillow. It's not a flat surface.
Oh, I'm going to have to go look at that. And to your point about the plain velvets, go to IKEA. I can't remember the name of it. It's some Swedish name, Sanello, something like this. Anyway, if you go to IKEA and you type in velvet pillow cover, they're $8.99 and they rotate. Yeah, and they're the best. And you can wash them and they come out and they look great. And they have a nice zipper. You can get the insert from IKEA. But here's the thing about IKEA, and we've probably mentioned this at some point before, but they sell 20 by 20 primarily for the cover. And then they sell 20 by 20 inserts, but they don't sell 22 by 22 inserts. So I would suggest even if you're getting the IKEA velvet plain covers, like Anita's saying, and you can mix them in with the pillow she's suggesting or any other fantastic, maybe higher price pillow, get 22 by 22s someplace else, because IKEA doesn't offer that size. And you really do need the 22 by 22 to fill out those IKEA 20 by 20s. You following me there? There are a lot of numbers, but you know what I'm saying?
Well, but you want a slightly bigger insert than the cover. Otherwise, it's going to look skimpy and it's not going to be lush and full and plump.
I don't really understand why IKEA doesn't just offer the 22 by 22, because I'm sure they know this as well. But that's the way it rolls. So think about that. But that's a great option. I love that idea that Anita has with backing a very special pillow with some of these really simple ones, and the velvet ones from there are great. Okay, so my next one is also British. So we were teasing each other whether we were going to have the same item. So maybe not having the same items, but maybe we've got this whole UK thing going on. Mm-hmm. You always talk about the Christmas cracker, and that everybody should add those to their table because it's such fun, and you get a silly hat and you get a joke and you maybe get a little trinket or something like that, and it's conversational and it's fun and silly and all of that. But how about if you got a Liberty Christmas cracker that was beauty or hair accessory themed? How great would that be? Okay, so goodbye silly hat, hello gorgeous lipstick or a lip balm or hair scrunchie or something. really reasonably priced. Crackers I don't think are that inexpensive. These are between $17 and then the top of the line is $42. So I probably wouldn't go for that one. But
that's in the price range that I usually see.
Is it really? Okay, great. So say if you were having some friends over for lunch or something like that, and you wanted to get them a little gift or a doodad to take away, this would be a perfect thing. And then you get to have it on your table as well. So they're really pretty, and the packaging is beautiful, the cracker itself. And then inside of it, they've got really high-end products. And so I think everybody would enjoy those. And trying them on, maybe you could like swap or things like that at the table rather than wear your silly hat. You can all try on each other's lipstick or a hair scrunchie or whatever else. So have a look. They're on the Liberty website, and we'll have the link in the show notes. But if you just go straight there, you can just type in Christmas cracker, a Liberty Christmas cracker, and they all come up. All righty, what's next?
I found some really pretty candlesticks that were very unique looking. So they're black or a bronze. They're very skinny and tall, but they have a wide base at the top, so you could put a pillar candle there. And these are also from Anthropology. They are a terrain exclusive. I know you love terrain.
Wow, they're doing a lot of partnerships, it sounds like.
They are doing that. So the short one is about 16 inches tall, and the tall one is almost 23 inches tall. So those are, I think they would be very unique on maybe your buffet, or perhaps even on your table if you're eating. They're so tall, they might kind of get the candle out of the way, but you still might have that. No, I don't think I would put them on the table, because you're still going to have to move around the candlestick to look at everybody to talk.
Right. Yeah, but that's nice to have pillars instead of always just the tapers, even if you have them on the side, not necessarily on the table. Those sound really pretty. Well, if you don't have one of these yet, or maybe you need another one, a glass cloche. This one is from CB2, and it has an aged brass knob on the top. It's really pretty. It doesn't have a bottom, which sometimes I like, but other times I think it's limiting if it has the bottom, or sometimes I don't even use the bottom. So I don't think that's essential to your cloche that it have its own self bottom, because you just can put it on anything, right? You can put it down on a tray, you can put it down on just a surface, you could put it on a stack of books, and it is really the perfect size to highlight anything that's special to you. At this time of year, you could highlight a special ornament or something like that, or even the humblest items like a pine cone would look great inside of here. And it's really reasonably priced for this size. It's $29.99.
You always need a cloche. I love using cloches, so I'm glad you included that. I actually am not in need of any extra cloches, but if you don't have one, I think this is a fantastic item to have in your repertoire. It elevates something special, or you can put seasonal decor in there. They're so perfect. They come in so many different sizes. So my next item is the book Timeless Paris. And it discovers studios and shops where artists handcraft and sell unique and exquisite items in Paris. And it is just full of beautiful images. And this is something I think I'm going to get myself.
Hey, we'll be right back with the rest of the show, but keep listening so we can continue bringing you DTT. BritBox just keeps getting better. The new Archie is amazing. And it's not the comics. It's about Cary Grant. Archie is the brand new limited series starring Jason Isaacs as Archie Leach, the man who became Cary Grant. From the award-winning screenwriter of Philomena, Archie tells Grant's born in Britain, made in Hollywood story, the dramatic grit to glamour transformation that led him to become one of the most famous people in the world. You are going to absolutely love the acting, but also the styling, the outfits, the scenery. It's the first time his story has been told in collaboration with his daughter Jennifer Grant and ex-wife Diane Cannon. The performances from Jason Isaacs and the rest of the cast are amazing, and it's only available on BritBox. So sign up for BritBox today to stream Archie and other fan favorites from any device. And we have a special limited time offer for our U.S. and Canadian listeners. Get 50% off, yes, that's 50% off your first month when you sign up for a monthly plan. But only if you go to BritBox.com and use our promotion code DTT at checkout. You're going to love Archie. So head over right now and get 50% off your first month of BritBox. Use the promotion code DTT at BritBox.com. Go ahead, clean out your closet, then head straight to Quince. I love every item Quince offers, from wardrobe to decor, and I can really recommend their Ultra Stretch Super Wide Leg Pant at $49.90. The price is unbeatable, and the look is so flattering. It keeps you in on top and flares out of the bottom. Everything feels right with Quince. The price, the quality, and the sustainability. Quince offers a range of luxury wardrobe and home goods at prices within reach. And like Quince's clothing, their home goods are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices, along with premium fabrics and finishes. Once you've cleaned out your closet and refreshed with Quince, you can also add something to your home decor. So give your wardrobe and your home the refresh it needs with Quince. Go to quince.com/DTT to get free shipping and 365-day returns on your next order. That's Quince, QUINCE.com/DTT for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/DTT. And let me know how you love those pants. Okay, so Anita brought up books. I have books on my list too, and you really should never deny yourself books. Is that even a gift? I mean, people should just have books, right? Live Beautiful by Anita Kelly has always been a favorite of mine, and if you don't have that, I think that you should put that on your must-have books list. It is a stunning book. It's well written, and it also looks super in a stack in your coffee table or on your bookshelf. And another one that is coming out that I have pre-ordered is Making a House a Home by Susanna Salk. And Rizzoli is publishing that, and it will be out in March of 2023. Now, you may know Susanna from her hosting of the Quintessence YouTube channel. And she's
Love that channel.
Yeah, it's a great channel. And she also has done at least 5 other books. I think the one with Designers and Their Dogs is a really special book, too. And that's a great gift for someone who's a dog lover and also a decor lover. Combo. So I would suggest both of those for sure. But, just maybe if you're going to get yourself something and you don't want to spend too much money, but you want to have something that you can enjoy over the holidays and really take some relaxation time, some you time, a decor book is a great thing to treat yourself to. Or to let someone know that you want one, because they're really easy to get, right? And they don't have to do too much running around. They can easily just shop it online and have it sent right to you. And then when everything is settled down, maybe you get up early in the morning, you stay up a little later at night, and you can curl up and enjoy your cozy house and flip open your book, right? So that's another gift that you could give to yourself, the gift of the time to enjoy it.
Well, I love the idea of a book. It's just the gift that keeps giving, because you can enjoy it over and over again. So it's not just having the book, as you said, but it's sitting down and enjoying it. And you can take that time over Christmas, and then you can do that all year round. So I think that's a great idea. And my next gift idea is something that you can enjoy year round. And this one is a lot cheaper than the other items I had on my list. This one's just $22. And it is also from Anthropologie. It is a rabbit robe hook. Now, I got some Scotty dog robe hooks years ago from Anthropologie, and they're one of the favorite things I have in my bathroom. They're so unique and pretty. And I've been looking for some fun robe hooks from them for a while. So this is the first time I've seen something that reminds me of my Scotty dog robe hook. So this is really cool. It's about 4 inches high, and it sticks out about 2 inches. And it holds up to about 2 pounds. So don't put anything too heavy on there. But it comes in silver or bronze, and it's really fun. The ears are up kind of tall, and so that's going to really hold your robe quite nicely.
Oh, cute. So the hook part are the ears?
Yes, yes.
Oh, that's darling. That's really darling. Okay, this is definitely falling into the self-gift category. because it would be a really weird thing. Except if Anita and I exchanged expensive items at Christmas, I guess I could tell her to get me this because she would understand. But it is a handmade scalloped lampshade.
Oh, okay. I
Not
have a lampshade on my list.
That's so funny. It's not your usual gift, but for the decor enthusiast, a lampshade. As we mention so often, your lampshades, not only do they tell a lot about you, they tell a lot about when you first decorated your house. Because if you still have those silk bell lampshades poking around your home, maybe time to refresh. And this is a way to really refresh. I fell in love with these scalloped lampshades when we were talking about Matilda Goad. I think I might have used her as a crush at one point. The video going through her home, and she started a business making these lampshades, and then it snowballed into a whole decor shop and decor line and a whole brand onto herself. So you go onto her site; they're gorgeous. But you have to have them shipped from the UK, and they are a little pricier, right? And you're shipping a lampshade.
The theme continues.
I know, but I found a stateside alternative. It's an Etsy shop called Cruel Mountain, which sounds like, not really a decor shop, but that's the name of the Etsy shop, Cruel Mountain. And I think it's 2 or 3 women working together, and all they make is lampshades, custom and handmade lampshades. And they have these raffia scalloped lampshades, and they must have at least 20 or more colors that you can choose from for the trim. Now, of course, I want black, but that's easy. They have so many colors, though. So many lavenders, Anita, that you might love. Reds, pinks, yellows, greens, the whole thing, white. Absolutely beautiful. $160 for the large. Now, the large is 10 by 15 by 11 and a half. That's a really good size shade. So it's big. And they are going to charge you shipping for the larger one because, obviously it has to come in a big box and it has to be really protected because it's a lampshade. But I think, at least the last time I read their site, in the smaller shades, shipping is even included. So you're not paying the extra from Matilda. Sorry, Matilda, yours are great. And you're also not paying the shipping from the UK. So much better deal if you want something like this. And I just think that would transform any lamp that you have and really just make a big statement. So I'm thinking about getting myself the large one for the entryway and then introducing it sort of as the spring comes on, because it kind of feels like a little bit more of a warmer weather look with the raffia and just sort of a little bit, just a teensy bit of whimsy to it. Don't you just think those scallop lampshades are to die for? I love them.
Well, and that's something that used to be in style long ago with all the trims and everything and the overdone look. And then it kind of went out. And now I think that maximalism is definitely coming back.
Oh, yeah. They have a lot of the fabric lampshades as well and all different kinds of fun patterns. But there's just something so darling about these. And I kind of would like it it's paired with a more masculine type lamp base. So I'm thinking about maybe what lamps I might have to shuffle around and move around. But if you're thinking about that, I just want to give you a little aside because we're all about the tips here, decorating tips and tricks. So if you're purchasing a shade and you're purchasing it online in particular and you're not sure, okay, medium, large, I don't know what's going to fit. Okay, so this is just the rule of thumb you should keep in mind. Now, obviously, you could have a lamp that is, totally off the charts different, but a standard-ish lamp, the shade should be twice as wide as the lamp base and 1/3 of the total height of the lamp. And so that would include if it had a harp or a bulb, right? So the whole height. And then you just want to keep in mind that you want the throat of the lamp to be covered. So you don't really want to see anything about where the lamp is coming up and it's meeting the bulb, where you're screwed in or anything. You don't want to see that. So the shade should cover that. But if you just kind of keep that in mind, I think that would be very helpful, particularly if you're purchasing any lampshades online.
Well, the other thing is if you get the lampshade and it doesn't look like it's the right size or it's not working, don't panic.
Don't panic.
Because you can, if there is a lamp shop near you, which I used to have one near me, you can take it in and they can make an adjustment to your harp and this other hardware that holds the lampshade to make it be just right. If it's not quite covering everything, you need it a little bit shorter, a little bit taller.
Absolutely true. And just again, on lamps in general, you want to keep in mind the type of hardware, if you will, that is going to affix the shade to the lamp. So they're using a Cruel Mountain, the Spider, which is the one that runs atop.
That's your best bet. The others I never can get the lamp shade to sit flat. If it's the kind that sits on there on the bottom, it's always wonky for me.
Yeah, like if it's the bulb is securing it to it. It does tend to be a little wonky like that. But as Anita's saying, you can have it adjusted. You can also just simply buy yourself another size harp. So if it's too tall, you could buy a shorter harp. So they come in a variety of sizes, and they're very reasonably priced. So you could do something like that as long as the harp, as long as you can still get your bulb in there and all of that. So I digress a little bit, but I did want to give you that tip because if anybody is interested in purchasing a lampshade from Cruel Mountain or anybody else, then you know what to think about when you're choosing your size. What's your next thing?
It's not a set, but it could be a set, but there's some little ceramic dogs to put on your side table, on your fireplace mantle. I mean, they're really cute. I mean, that's the old English thing is to have, the ceramic dog, right? Or the porcelain dog.
The Staffordshire dogs. I know.
These aren't Staffordshire dogs.
I never got into those, but these are different.
Well, these are different. I mean, it's not, I know what you're talking about. I actually have some of those, but these are a different kind of dog. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not Staffordshire. It's not those dogs, but they've got a little pattern on them. They're white.
Oh, cute.
And
do they look like my dogs?
They're short hair dogs.
Okay,
but they're really cute.
I'm gonna look and see if any of them at all resemble my dogs, because that would be fun.
Yeah, I don't think these do, but they're very, very sweet. But you go look.
Okay, it's the rescue collection.
I don't know where that would be.
Okay, now because I'm such a giver, I'm even adding something to my list that has blue in it, because I know a lot of you love blue, and I want you to have a look at this vase, because this vase, even though it's not all blue, but there is some blue in it, it could make me want to create a blue room. I am creating a blue room at a client's, and I'm using this vase. So I've seen it in person. I've held it. I love it so much. I told her she had to buy another one. We were going to have it on the coffee table, and she's got these two adorable little kids, but you know what? They like to play with everything. So we're going to put it up on the mantle, and we're going to flank the mantle with this gorgeous vase, and it can sit by itself. We can put branches in it. We can do anything that we want to it, but it is so stunning. So it's from a company called Jamie Young, and Jamie Young has beautiful things overall. It's a really great site to get to know. This is not inexpensive, but as my client agreed, this is making the room. I think a lot of things we've done in that room are making the room, but this really stands out. It's sort of swirled neutrals. You might even pick up a little bit of a sage green, some creams, and then this really beautiful blue swirling around this vase. And it has a sea glass texture to it, so it's somewhat matted. It's just so beautiful. It's 11 inches tall and 8 inches wide. And while that's a nice size, when you conjure in your mind, it doesn't seem giant in your head. There's something about this vase that gives it even more presence. So it is $175, so this would be a treat. But let me tell you, if you work with those colors, if this is part of your palette, you cannot go wrong with this vase. It is absolutely stunning.
And how tall is it, did you say?
11 inches tall.
Okay. Yeah, that's a nice size. Well, that's exciting. I'll have to check it out.
Gorgeous. I'm having so much fun doing this room with her. And we did the sofa and swivel chairs in this lagoon blue velvet from Room and Board. Oh, my gosh. The most beautiful color. And this is picking up the colors from the upholstery so well.
Oh, sounds wonderful. Well, this might go with those blues. This is my lampshade that I found. This one's from Anthropology. It's designed by Emily Isabella, and it's called the Midnight Jasmine Lampshade. So this is a patterned lampshade, and this is one of her designs. It has electric blue leopards, sleek peacocks, and blooming berry-covered branches. So it's got a white background with lots of bright color on it, and it comes in 3 sizes, 8-inch tall, 9-inch tall, and 10-inch tall. And if you're looking for something that's going to add some pizzazz to your room, this is going to do it.
Wow, that is a statement lampshade. My gosh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you would only need one of these in a room.
Yeah. Definitely don't want 5 of those. And don't have the cruel work pillow and 5 of those and then 3 of those lampshades.
Yeah, unless that's your look. You're going for lots of pattern.
Yes. Do you have anything else?
I have just one other thing. I love tea, so I had to throw in something in the tea category. This is a tea cozy. I think a lot of people here in the U.S. don't use tea cozies, but they really actually have a very functional job if you like your tea hot, that you put that on top of your teapot when you're making tea, and it keeps the tea. It does make a difference in keeping your tea warm if you're going to have a second cup. This particular tea cozy is Herb Garden. It's a navy tea cozy. They used a rifle paper print.
Love rifle paper.
And it's just really cool. It's from Etsy, so an individual made it. And this one is for a 2 to 4 cup teapot. It's about 10 inches tall. So, and it's less than $50. So there you go.
And that's a nice hostess gift. That and a nice little selection of tea bags, tea sachets.
Exactly.
So nice. Really great. So what are we defining today?
Today we're going to define slipper chair.
Ooh, I like this one.
Don't you love slipper chairs?
Mm-hmm.
They're so nice, especially in your living room if you don't have room for a full-sized chair. A slipper chair is a high-backed, usually upholstered chair with short legs and no arms. It was originally developed in America in the 18th century for bedrooms, but now they're very popular in living rooms. Again, especially if you don't have a lot of room or you want to put 2 chairs together, maybe on both sides of your sofa. A slipper chair is a great way to go because you don't need all the room for the arms, so you can put them a lot closer together.
I would have thought it was French. That's interesting. American, huh?
Isn't that interesting? That's right. And so they've been around for quite a while. Now, again, originally they were very short, but now I think they're just a regular height of a regular chair.
Why do they call it slipper?
Oh, that's a good question. Well,
Stumped ya.
I guess it feels more like a slipper, like a shoe, because there's no arms on it. So,
oh, good one.
I really don't know, or maybe you just slip down
off it because it isn't kind of like a little curved that where the seat is. It's not so 90-degree angle, right?
Well, that's right. I thought of it more like the shape of a sock. So I
shape
don't know
of a sock. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sock, slipper, slip off. It all makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Pesto pork chops over Parmesan polenta. Not that easy to say, but oh, so easy to make with Green Chef. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit company for eating well, and we have such a great deal for you. You're going to save $250. Listen on for the details on that. Green Chef makes eating well easy for any lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat more balanced meals. We're getting into the busy holiday season, so it's a perfect time to have Green Chef help you out. Let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season with their chef-crafted, nutritionist-approved recipes featuring fresh ingredients and nothing artificial. And you know what? You don't have to lose track of your healthy eating habits during the holidays. Every Green Chef customer gets a free session with their registered dietitians who will walk you through how to make clean eating work for you. So sign up for your free session and start on the road towards better health today. And the deal I want to tell you about, visit greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. So that's greenchef.com/DTT250 and use the code DTT250 for $250 off your order. Green Chef is a delicious delight any time of year, but especially during the holidays. What a wonderful vision to behold as the Green Chef boxes on your doorstep. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well. And it makes eating well so easy with plans to fit every lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat a more balanced diet. So let Green Chef take the work out of eating clean this holiday season. And if you've got guests coming, shop Green Bundles. They're now available at the Green Market. It's your one-stop shop for nutritious grab-and-go breakfast, including vegan options, brunch kits, wholesome lunches, ready-to-eat snacks, veggie sides, and more. You can feel your best this December and do your best with Green Chef because they offset 100% of the delivery emissions as well as 100% of the plastic in every box. Go to greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT and get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. greenchef.com/60DTT and use the code 60DTT to get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. Okay, my crush could be another really good, really good self-gift, okay? If you've been very, very good this year. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about whether I've been good enough, but it definitely is bookmarked. Fairfax and Favor. It's a UK brand. We definitely have this UK thing going on today.
Wow, we really do today.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful, beautiful purses. Beautiful boots. Oh gosh, do I love boots.
Mm-hmm.
To the knee, above the knee, with tassels, exposed zippers, all different heights and heels and whatnot.
You have those cool hunter boots. What was the brand on those?
Well, yeah, Hunter with collaboration with Rag & Bone.
Bone, yes, that's what it was, Rag & Bone.
Yeah,
those are so charming. So I know you know boots.
I do love those boots, absolutely. So I would love a pair of these boots, but I picked out for my crush the handbag that I am really crushing on is the Windsor tote. It kind of gives off Chloe vibes, if you know the Chloe handbags. Or Celine handbags, kind of gives off a combo of those two types of handbags or their iconic styles from those brands. It's not inexpensive. It's $455, but it comes.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, ouch. But I mean, you'll have it your whole life, right? And it looks so beautifully made, and they have it in a variety of suedes or leather colors. So check it out. Maybe they're going to have some sales after the holidays. I definitely going to keep my eye on it. We'll see if I end up pulling the trigger on that one. But it's a great company to know about.
Okay, I've got to check these out.
What's your crush?
Well, I just finished painting the cabinets in my living room and my fireplace mantle.
Yourself, Mama?
I did it myself. Woo! And it's the first time I picked up a paintbrush in years.
Was it fun?
And so the first hour was fun. After that, not so much. But it wasn't too bad because, a lot of times I do this layer and layer and layer and layer. And this was just, I did a chalk-based paint and then I did an antiquing glaze on top. And if it weren't covered with wax, I might have even just used a regular latex paint. But I needed something that had some good coverage on that. And then the paint I chose, needed either wax on top or something. So I did the antiquing glaze. So that wasn't too bad because the finish I had before took me weeks to put on. So it wasn't too bad.
I didn't realize you did that original finish yourself.
Yeah, it always felt, I don't know, I just never felt like I quite got it right. So every month or so, I'd get out the paint and the wax and the glaze and the this and the that and work on it a little bit. And then the next month I'd be out again going, well, yeah. So it kind of went on and on. The project that never stopped.
Well, it looked great, but now it looks great too. I saw it on your Instagram.
Well, thanks. Okay, so I used a chalk-based paint from Lowe's, and that's what I was going to tell you, is because I'm used to having to order the paint, and we work with so many companies that carry the chalk-based paint. There's wonderful paints that you can order online, but I wanted to just get something quickly. So the nice thing was I was able to go down to Lowe's, and Magnolia Home has a chalk-based paint line. And actually now it's set up like the regular paints where you pick out the color and then they mix it for you on the spot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is kind of a new thing. You used to have to just get the colors that they had in stock, but they did mix this up for me. And it went beautifully over the paint and actually really didn't even need 2 coats of paint. So it was a nice, thick, good coverage paint. And I used the color, I think it was Rainy Days. Oh. Now, it was a little light for what I wanted, so I did go over it with the glaze. But if you used the latex paint and if you did not use a antiquing glaze on top, I would go 1 shade darker if you want the look of what I did. And I'll include a link to my Instagram post where I show you what it looks like.
Oh, great. Good for you, Anita. That's fun.
Well, it just kind of refreshed my house. I wanted a change. You know, we just painted the outside of my house and now we've painted this. And now I feel like, hey, I have a new house. So it's kind of fun.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Well, thanks so much for hanging out with us. And remember, we're here to inspire you to create a beautiful home. Until next time.
Want to talk to us? Well, we really want to talk to you. So let's schedule a design consult. Anita and I are here to give you individualized, actionable advice on how to create the beautiful home you want and deserve. It's so easy to schedule a design consult with us. Simply click the link in the show notes or head to decoratingtipsandtricks.com/consult. When we talk to you on the scheduled time, we will be ready with so many great tips, advice, and yes, tricks. So sign up today for a design consult. We can't wait to talk to you.